¿Cuántas veces se ha reunido en este despacho con representantes de Amazon?
Well, not very often. Not very often. A few times when we've had cases, but otherwise I tend to keep a bit of distance with some of my key clients.
Nosotros acudimos al registro de transparencia de la comisión y vimos que en los 8 últimos años Amazon había tenido 80 reuniones con miembros de la Comisión Europea. Cuando vienen aquí, ¿qué es lo que quieren? ¿Qué preguntan? ¿Qué piden?
In my experience, when they come here, they come to solve problems and to give a positive impression of themselves. But of course, I know that sometimes they come, and it's always in a friendly way, to say, that idea of legislation, maybe this other idea would be better. So of course there is a sense of lobbying. If you look at the lobby budget in Brussels in total, gigantic budget.
¿Y el resto de las compañías tecnológicas, Google o Facebook, le presionan mucho? Lo digo porque son ahora mismo las grandes compañías que más dinero invierten en lobby.
Well, very often it's more subtle. It's more advanced than coming here to my office, and it's basically sort of maybe academics. So the chair is paid for by big tech or by an organization where big tech may be the big donor. And then you get an academic paper saying that these ideas of the legislator are bad ideas. Or it's an organization of seemingly small people, small businesses, developers, who say, oh, we're afraid that we cannot do business anymore if this is going to happen. And then when you follow the money trail, it turns out that this organization is also financed by big tech.
Usted también ha puesto multas millonarias, algunas de estas tecnológicas, a Google y a Facebook. ¿No cree que las multas que se le ponen son como calderilla para ellos?
In the new legislation we can impose higher fines, but I think there's also a thing when it comes to sort of the branding problem. I don't think you as a company want to be seen as a villain. You don't want to be seen as someone doing something illegal.
¿Cómo reaccionan estas empresas cuando les llega la multa?
I don't know how they react when they get the letter from me, but I know I smile when I sign it.
Una empresa como Amazon tiene más poder que un Estado.
No, I don't think so, but I think for some member states it's a difficult discussion. If they are told, oh, but we could put a data center here with you, or we could put a distribution center here with you, and it would create jobs. Because every member state wants to provide jobs for their citizens, do what they can. But I think it's really important that when you roll out the red carpet, that you say this is a carpet that comes with rules. And some of these rules are national and some of these rules are Europeans. But there is a rule book in Europe.
¿Nos encaminamos a un comercio del futuro controlado por muy pocas compañías?
Well, that nightmare is what gets me out of bed every morning. Because I think societies are better if you have things to choose from. If you have big companies and mid-sized companies and small companies. That makes a society dynamic. If you only have big companies, you also have a lot of power in the same place. And this was why competition law enforcement was invented. Because back in the days in the US, you had giant companies when it came to the railroads, when it came to oil, when it came to a lot of things that were essential. So much power was concentrated there. And what they learned was it has to stop. Because otherwise, democracy dies.
¿Se puede impedir?
Yes. Yeah, we can prevent this from happening. The people that we have elected, our ministers, our members of the European Parliament, They've just passed legislation that gives us new tools to prevent this. And of course, you know, it's my top priority, but it's also a bit scary to have a tool and a lot of promises made that we now have to make this become a reality. And one more thing, we cannot do this alone. You know, we need unions to help. We need employers' organizations to help. We need us as customers to be curious. Just once in a while to do something different. Because that provides a new chance for someone else. Convenience kills curiosity, but curiosity creates new chances.